evening, everybody. It's time for another edition of Pats TV here on Access 7. I'm Phil Andrews, and today we will recap the Pats' two games over the last week. A 5-4 win at home to the Kootenay Ice last Wednesday, and then a 3-1 loss at home to the Tri-City Americans on Friday night. We will hear from 20-year-old forward Patrick D'Amico, as well as the Director of Media and Communications with the club, Daniel Fink, as well as the new Director of Ticket Sales in Kellin Enslev. We'll get to all of that, but before that, here are the highlights from last week's two games. Back for our final segment of Pats TV here on Access 7. Phil Andrews along with the new Director of Ticket Sales with the Regina Pats, Kellin Enslev.
Thank you very much for having me.
It's good to have you here, my friend. First off, let's talk about where you came from Hamilton. You're out from way out east. What brought you here to the Queen City?
Just a great opportunity with the Pats. We've spoken to it lots before, but new ownership, making a commitment to succeeding in Regina on and off the ice, and it was a phone call that I didn't necessarily expect to get just before Labor Day, but here we are 6 weeks later, and been here about 3 weeks, and getting used to Regina.
And you have experience in this area, obviously. I mean, your time with the Hamilton Bulldogs of the American Hockey League. You learned a lot working there, I imagine? Yeah,
it was a great experience. It was, the team that I cut my teeth with in the industry. I came from commercial real estate in Toronto, and was a sport management graduate, and thought, I want to get back into sport. And they took a chance on me on a part-time role, and it paid off for both of us. And it was unfortunate to have to leave there, but a great opportunity came forward in Regina, and I had to take it.
So what does a director of ticket sales do on a day-to-day basis?
The director of ticket sales here in Regina, the director of ticket sales in the American Hockey League are very different roles. The role that I came from in Hamilton was a lot of managing staff and putting plans in place to succeed in a big building with a small season ticket base. Coming here, it's going to be a lot more of pounding the phones and getting out to meet people. But on the back end, the same types of things. The ticket model here in Regina, is something that they've used for a long time, and by American Hockey League standards would be considered maybe antiquated. So it's just a matter of having those conversations with with the Cliff Mapes and ownership and those individuals, and making sure that we have the best offerings possible for the fans of the Pats.
New screens in at the Brandt Center. That's going to help with your job, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think the temporary screens that are in right now are only a start in the fan experience improvement that we're looking to make at the Brandt Center, and I think fans are going to be pleasantly surprised and happy when something permanent is put in the future.
When you look at the schedule coming up, you got a lot of games coming up, and I know there's some exciting things going on with this club this year. Are you looking forward to maybe imparting what's happening here to the public here in Regina?
Yeah, I think it's a lot easier on me right now than it will be, say, in January. There aren't that high of expectations right now of right away putting a lot of butts in the seats, and I've spent the last 4 home games figuring out what we have and what we don't have. A great season ticket base here in Regina, 2,700 strong, and the unfortunate part is it seems like there's a lot of people following the Pats, great media coverage, not necessarily a lot of people supporting the Pats, and so that's kind of the next step is for me to get out and find out why aren't people coming to the Brandt Center, and try to solve what I can of those, and continue to make great offerings for kids, which are the next great fans of the Pats.
So if people are here and they want to come support the Pats, how do they get a hold of you, Kellin?
You can reach me directly at the Pats office at 306-337-1538, or through our website. You can always send an email through the group tickets or any of the ticket pages. And we're right now, a lot of our focus is on groups. Elementary schools are a big one. There's no excuse not to be able to get our players out to elementary schools to interact with the kids and do some reading and play some ball hockey, and have the kids sing the anthem at our Pats game. Lots of great group experiences are kind of be the big thing that I'm looking to introduce here